Today's episode is personal. I'm announcing a shift. No, a strategic pivot in how I'm serving you, your organization, and this entire sector. And before you clutch your pearls, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, I'm evolving. So grab a notebook because I'm going to walk you through what's happening, why it had to happen, and most importantly, what it means for you.
Welcome to On Air with Amber Wynn, where nonprofit leaders learn to fuse passion and commitment with proven business strategies to create long-term funding, impact, and sustainability. And now here's your host and resident philanthrepreneur, Amber Wynn.
Hey, fam. Welcome back to On Air with Amber Wynn, Philanthrepreneur. If you've been rocking with me for a while, you know this show has always been my way of giving to nonprofit leaders, putting you up on game, telling you the real deal, straight, unfiltered, and from the heart. This pivot that I mentioned comes from what I've seen over the last 3 years. Working with hundreds of nonprofit leaders, consulting with entrepreneurs, and building out systems that help mission driven organizations stop surviving and actually grow. We're talking about sustainability, longevity, infrastructure, and the pivot that I'm announcing today. It's meant to take all of us to the next level. But before I break it all down, let's take a quick break. And when I come back, I'm going to share with you Amber Wynn's pivot.
Not sure how to price your programs or how to cover salaries? Are you scared to increase your program fees? If you're struggling to fully cover the cost of running your program, then you need How to Price Your Programs for Profit. This workbook provides step-by-step instructions for how to develop programs funders love to fund, determine the cost to charge for your programs, and present salary costs in a way that funders will approve. Learn the secret formula I use as an executive director for how to fully cover program costs. Order your copy today.
All right, fam, let's get into why I am pivoting. I've spent over 30 years in this sector as an executive director, a grant writer, a board member, a funder, and a consultant, all the hats. And I keep seeing the same patterns. Leaders self-funding because they don't know any other way. Founders burning out because they're doing all the things. Grant writers, and if I can just keep it real, taking money without teaching the fundamentals. Organizations stuck, not because they don't have the passion or commitment, because of their infrastructure gaps. Meanwhile, entrepreneurs, small business owners, coaches, service providers, they're coming up to me saying, Amber, I want to make an impact too. I want to eventually start a nonprofit. And that's when it clicked for me. Sustainability isn't just a nonprofit issue, it's a sector issue. hmm And if we want to transform communities, we can't keep pretending that traditional philanthropy isn't broken, because it is. Traditional philanthropy funds programs, but refuses to fund the people who make those programs possible. No salaries, no infrastructure, no capacity building, just more expectations, more compliance, more exhaustion. So I made a decision. If philanthropy won't evolve, then entrepreneurs will. Because entrepreneurs are innovative. We move quickly. We understand ROI. We invest in people. We build what's missing. So today, I'm expanding my work to help high-income entrepreneurs and franchise owners create strategic, tax-efficient give-back strategies that actually strengthen nonprofits. Ain't that sexy, y'all? We're going to pause for another break, but when I get back, I am going to share with you exactly what that means when we come back.
If your grants aren't getting funded, it could be because the funder can't see how your programs are making an impact in your community. Get the How to Demonstrate Impact workbook to quantify the work you're doing in your community in a way that a funder can see a potential return on their investment. Funders need proof that your organization will use their grant dollars to improve your community. That proof is called impact, and impact is quantified through measurable outcomes. Leverage my 30 years of program development experience to help increase your chance of securing funding. Order your copy today.
Welcome back, fam. It's your girl, Amber Wynn, in the house, and I am talking about my pivot. Listen, we are going through some stuff in this world, undeniable. I don't care which side of the fence you're on. You cannot say that we are not going through some stuff. And for those of you on this side of the fence, those of you who are nonprofits, it is painful. I have spent the last 6 months working 12, 14-hour days trying to assist my nonprofits navigate this landscape because we are under attack. The nonprofit sector is under attack. We are the moral compass for society, and we are under attack. Um, and we're feeling it. And I am committed to being on the right side of history. So, the pivot that I'm talking about today in the next couple of episodes is about what I can do to combat this attack. And it's not doing the same things. You know that saying, doing the same thing and expecting the same result? It's not working, y'all. So, I have decided to pivot, and I'm excited about the pivot. You know, I talk to so many nonprofits who are discouraged and who are scared, and they have every right to be. So am I. The first thing that goes in these environments are who? Consultants. So I'm feeling it too. But this pivot, I believe, um, is going to help strengthen our sector. So, what I'm going to share with you in the next couple of episodes is called the Give Back Strategy. And it's a strategy because my entrepreneurs give randomly and give from the heart, but we can make a difference in the nonprofit sector by being more intentional. And if you know me and if you rock with me, you know that is my jam. I create processes. I am the template queen. I make it so where life is easier to live because that's what I always wanted when I was an executive director. So I want you to rock with me a couple of more episodes as I break down this concept that I think is going to stand in the gap of traditional philanthropy. Mhm, That's what I'm going to do. But for now, it's time for you to get your questions answered. You know what we do during Ask Amber. So I think we have a question from Theo, who is in Yorba Linda, and it's about how to attract high powered board members as a startup. Theo.
Hello, Amber. This is Theo from Yorba Linda, California. Thanks so much for your podcast. I've gone down the rabbit hole watching every episode. So informative. I'm just getting started and have a better understanding of the board of directors because of your podcast. My question is, how do I attract high-powered board members as a startup?
Okay, great question. So, the way you attract high powered board members is really important. People think, oh, I need to pay them. No, as a matter of fact, you do not pay board members when you are a nonprofit. You pay board members when you are a for profit. But the best way to attract high powered board members is to have a mission that inspires. When you guys have all of this goobly gop, you know, we're trying to uplift the community and create bright horizons. No one understands what that is. If you say our goal is to end domestic abuse, bam, I know what you're talking about. Just just be specific, be direct. So, number 1, a mission that inspires. Number 2, you need to have clear goals and objectives. They need to be measurable. So, if your goal is to in domestic violence, then your objectives is to reduce the number of abusers by 20%. And how do you do that? You get a baseline in your community. There's statistics out there that says how many households, da 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 da, and your goal is to reduce that by 20% in the next year. 50% by, 2030. Like, be very clear about what your goals are, because high-powered people swim in the space of metrics. It can't be these loosey-goosey, "We just wanna improve the community." No, 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 no. How? When? How you gonna measure it? If I'm joining your board, it can't be loosey-goosey. I need to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, how much, right? High-powered language. Next, you need to have structure. High-powered people are busy, like way busy. They're not coming into your organization to build it for you. They're coming in to help bring in resources. So if your infrastructure is not built out, if it's raggedy schmaggedy, you will not attract high-powered people, because what that says is work, and that's not the kind of work that they're signing up for. The last thing I'll say is to make it easy. Making it easy is things like having your board meeting dates set a year in advance. How do you do that? You say it's the second Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. So it's easy because they know when they're going to meet. If you say your funding goal is 200,000, it's easy because they know what it is. If you're like, well, let's just fundraise, and so clarity, specificity, that's how you attract high-powered board members, because that's the space that they live in. You feel me? All right. So thank you for your question. If you have questions for me, you can hit me up on social media. I'm on all of the channels. I'm here to answer your questions. If you'd like to be featured as one of my nonprofits, reach out to me, my social media, or you can email me at Amber@AmberWynn. My goal is to get you visibility, because seen nonprofits are funded nonprofits. You can't be America's greatest secret because you'll never get seen by funders. That was one of the primary reasons why I started doing these interviews, because my nonprofit founders are in the community grinding, but no one knew what they were doing. So feel free to reach out to me. And as we wrap up, I want to let you know that we're about to enter into a whole new space, right? For my nonprofits, I've been rocking with you forever, and that's not going to change. As a matter of fact, your girl is about to be 10 toes down for you. So check me out for these next couple of episodes so you can learn more about the Give Back strategy and how it can support you. But until then, take care of yourself like you take care of your community. See you next week.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe and leave a review on iTunes. Head over to www.amberwyn.net/podcast for the links and resources mentioned in today's podcast. See you next time.